We'll just give another minute to let everybody join our program today. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. We are in our series of webinar in conjunction with ACOH 2026. And it's a great pleasure to have distinguished participants, colleagues and friends from our occupational health family and beyond to join us in our webinar series. And it is my great pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker for this session, Associate Professor Dr. Rusdi Abdul Rashid. I will be a MC for the event today. I'm Dr. Jessima. I'm from Petronas Occupational Health Group HSE. And a bit of quick introduction of Prof. Rusdi. He's a consultant psychiatrist and senior lecturer at the University of Malaya and the head of the Center for Addiction Sciences, UMCAS. He also serves as the president of Medical Expert Guidance in Addiction, where he plays an important role in advocating for evidence-based drug policy reform and advancing addiction treatment in Malaysia. Today, Prof will be sharing valuable insights on harm reduction and job placement support for addiction treatment, the way forward to reduce recidivism in prison. So I was searching what actually recidivism means. Prof will be explaining to us later, but it actually means a tendency of a person who has previously committed a crime to re-offend or return to that particular criminal behavior, example like rearrest, conviction, and so on. So allow me to walk you through to some of the house rules before we begin with our webinar today. All right. So throughout this event, the microphone will be kept muted. We are on a live event mode, and kindly stay focused during the session. You may use the chat box for questions later, and you can type them in, and I will be moderating the questions later, question and answer session later. Stay professional and respectful at all times. No sharing of confidential information about your company, self, or your respective organization, even in the chat column. And for your information as well, the session will be recorded for later sharing. We will be posting the YouTube recording of the webinar today with permission from Prof himself in our ACOH page for everyone's knowledge purpose. All right. And do stay with us until the end of the session as we will be showing the QR code for Malaysian attendees. You'll be showing the QR code so that you can register for your MMA CPD points. All right. Moving to our next page is our quick overview of our agenda today. Next page, please, Shakira. Okay, so we will be having the presentation by Prof. Dr. Rusdi until 2:40 p.m., followed by a question and answer session, about 10 minutes. And then the session will be concluded with a quick promotion of our journey to ACOH 2026 and your CPD registration session. That will be towards the end. So please stay on with us. All right. So without further delay, allow me to invite Associate Professor Dr. Rusdi Abdul Rashid with his presentation. Over to you, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Jazima. Very good afternoon and Assalamualaikum. Selamat berpuasa to all Muslims. Thank you very much to the organizer for inviting me to take part in this very important Congress, ACOH 2026. And today, I really thankful for the organizer for inviting me to take part in this pre-Congress webinar today. So my topic today with regards to harm reductions, maybe many of you do not familiar with this term. I will give in further details about this term, and of course the job placement support for addiction treatment. All right, allow me to share my slides. All right, this is my topic: harm reduction and job placement support for addiction treatment. The way forward to reduce recidivism in the prisons.
Prof, we are not able to see your slides.
Oh, you're not able.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, can you see my slide now?
Yeah, screen is coming. Okay, can set slideshow mode, Prof.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay, this outline of my presentations. Some introduction for you who are not really familiar in this addiction field treatment. A bit about harm reduction, particularly in the context of harm reduction in Malaysia, with regards to substance use disorder and also harm reduction against HIV/AIDS among intravenous drug users in Malaysia. a bit about drug policy in Malaysia, and in relation to prison overcrowding, some info on the stigma and recidivism related to our current drug policy. I will also go a bit in depth about why job placement and supported employment is important for this group of individuals, and also about the policy implication and the way forward. And I also would like to share some info galleries with regard to my piece of work in Biotech Glammy with regards to integrated medical and job placement program. All right. Okay. We know substance use disorder or SUD is a very prevalent, especially among incarcerated individuals throughout prisons worldwide. And we know World Health Organization and also United Nations Office on Drug Crime consistently demonstrate that substantial proportion of prisoners actually meeting criteria for drug dependence prior to incarceration into prisons. And this is consistent over all research that been carried out throughout the world. And recidivism or readmission into the prisons among individuals with untreated or inadequately treated substance use disorder remains very high. And without continuity of care, relapse following release after precipitate reoffending, re-incarceration, and escalating social and economic costs. So there is a need of paradigm shift from punitive containment to integrated harm reduction plus social economic reintegration. Okay, most of our prisons in Malaysia is actually overcrowding. According to prison department, nearly 60% of inmates inside almost all prisons in Malaysia is actually admitted there due to drug-related crime. They either use drug or they sell drug or both. According to prison department, official capacity of prison system in Malaysia, this is according to data in year 2016, only 45,000. But during that time, the occupancy level as high as 55,000. So means more than 10,000 than the actual capacity. This according to newspaper cutting that I got from the media. And during that time as well, in year 2017, nearly 33,000 convicts in prison because of drug abuse, which is almost also 60% of in terms of percentage of inmates due to drug-related crime. So this is over the years, from 2013 up to 2017 in terms of jumlah tangkapan or rate under Atas Dadah Berbahaya 1952 or Dangerous Drug Act 1952. As you can see here, over the years from year 2013 to 2017, there is a increasing number of raids by police department. And the percentage of those being caught and also urine positive, as you can see here, 2013 to 2017 is not much difference over the years. It's also very high, as you can see here. Okay, that means failure of war on drug in Malaysia. We have been practicing what we call total abstinence approach for the last 15 years. Sorry, 50 years, 50. But we didn't see any improvement in terms of jumlah tangkapan, in terms of the number of drug users that have been caught into our drug rehab center or either the prison in Malaysia. As you can see, in Malaysia, our drug policy actually dominates on law enforcement over health. The KPI for the enforcement is how many numbers of drug users that been caught of the day. One police, according to my police friend, they said they have to catch minimum for per staff. They need to actually caught as minimum 10, but they've been encouraged to catch more lah. And there is also lack of clarity in terms of roles in between our AADK or National Anti-Drug Agency, prisons department as well as police department. And in Malaysia, over the years, rely on what we call this moral model or moral or religious framework that links to the prohibition of using drugs. We have heard about this mission or motto, perangi dadah habis-habisan, 2.0, 3.0, and our drug policy focus more on total abstinence approach. And all this policy sometimes causing more and more corruption happening in the field. For those who are quite new to drug use info, maybe I would like to also give a bit details about history of drug use and also drug treatment in Malaysia. Up until 1960s, drug abuse in Malaysia mostly involved opium, and it was probably during that time restricted to the Chinese immigrant population. But by 1980s, the Malays has become the ethnic group in Malaysia that is mostly likely to abuse illegal drugs. And because of this concern for the rapid increase in heroin use was so high, government decided it becomes a national threat, and this led the drug task force team along with mandatory death sentence for those who are being caught smuggling more than 15 grams of heroin. They can actually go into death sentence. Yeah, and the government also decided that anyone caught using heroin and found urine positive on this illegal substance, they would be forced to undergo compulsory rehabilitation in Pusat Senti, or now being called as Pushpan. Yeah? And the ambition of the Malaysian government has been to completely eradicate drug problem in the past by the year 2015, but the problem is in some ways getting worse now. So I believe this is rather rhetoric rather than realistic motto mission. Okay, we need to understand what is addiction. Addiction is actually a chronic relapsing brain disease. It's a condition precipitated by various factors, mainly genetic factors, physiological factors, pharmacological aspect of the drug itself, and also how the human body interact to the substance, and also social and also environmental factors. And once the individual get involved with drug, they show the characteristic where repeated use of substance or behaviors is actually been continued despite clear evidence of morbidity resulting from the use of drugs. And that individuals also lost control over substance use, and this is because there is some damage which is irreversible occurs in the midbrain of that particular individuals, and this damage is irreversible. That is why the lost control over the substance use, and the use of the substance become chronic, and they couldn't stop. Okay, this is the one that I mentioned just now. Is a sagittal section of the brain. Just show the reward center pathway by the addictive drug. As you can see here, the right area here is we call it nucleus accumbens. When the drug been taken by the individuals, various drugs, for example, like cocaine, heroin, even nicotine smoking and alcohol, as well as heroin and morphine, actually stimulate this reward center to release dopamine, give rise to the what we call feeling of euphoria. That actually reinforce them to take substance again and again. It's a very good feeling. Okay, in the past, concept of addiction is actually based on modern model, but however, it has changed over the 21st centuries, replaced by what we call medical model. And in the past, also for the last 50 years, when we have this pusat senti or pushpan, even in the prison department, we emphasize more on punitive approach rather than rehabilitative approach. And as I mentioned just now, when first country have the pusat scientists, now we have 30 pusat scientists all over Malaysia. The philosophy is actually based on total abstinence philosophy. But nowadays, we moving forward what we call harm reduction approach with the understanding addiction as a chronic brain disease, and there is factors or what we call vulnerability factors that predispose person to use substance. So we are now agreed, and in fact, all over the world now practice what we call harm reduction approach, and we also moving forward from what we call criminalization of drug use. Now we try to do a policy reform and try to make people understand why we should actually go for decriminalization of drug use, or nyah jenayah dadah, which is been implemented in some of the countries in the world, for example, like Portugal, Sweden, Canada, Australia, and we see they are very successful. They are capable of reducing the prevalence of substance use to a very minimal level. And I think in Malaysia, we also can adapt the same decriminalization for our country with regard to substance use, so that we can actually reduce the number of inmates inside the rehab center as well in our prisons. Okay. However, there is a changing pattern of substance use, not only in Malaysia but all over the world. Traditionally, in the past, people used to use heroin or morphine and also cannabis, and now these old drugs becoming less popular due to availability of treatment. For example, here we have methadone maintenance therapy, as well as buprenorphine maintenance therapy as a very successful treatment options. Most of the new drug users commonly nowadays use what we call designer drug or amphetamine type stimulants. For example, we used to call shabu on the streets, pil kuda, ecstasy or MDMA. And so far, these designer drugs, there was no pharmacotherapy treatment available yet to address this type of drugs. So what happened when we criminalize drug use and we actually create the emergence of a toxic society. So in Malaysia, for the last 50 years, we actually practice zero tolerance philosophy under this main drug law in Malaysia. And the first one is Dangerous Drug Act 1952. The second one is Drug Rehabilitation Act 1983, which been implemented by our national anti-drug agencies, as well as certain new substance we call as new psychoactive substance is or MPS, being controlled under Poison Act 1952. All right. Why I mentioned a lot about this serenity? Because people who got admitted in the serenity after 2 years release, they got what we call this post-serenity syndrome. So they've been labeled as ex-criminals or ex-convict. They have difficulty to get a job after release because of this label. And there is also increased stigma and also rejection, not only from the society, but also by their own family. And because of this post-serenity syndrome, they have difficulty to get a job. This cause majority of them resort to crime, especially when they continue using drugs to support their drug use. And because of this, also it's contribute to a high rate of recidivism or readmission into the prisons and also rehab center. It become like vicious cycle and cause overcrowding of the prisons population. And what happened when the prison population become overcrowding? It creates what we call like incubator of infectious disease. There is complications related to substance use, especially when they also use substance in the prison. The rising blood-borne disease prevalence due to intravenous drug use and also needle sharing, particularly HIV/AIDS or hepatitis B and C, as well as tuberculosis. And some of these chronic drug users, they also suffer from mental illness. They can present in the form of what we call substance-induced psychosis, particularly for those who are using amphetamine-type stimulants. They can go into depression, either because of the direct effect of the drug itself or because of the secondary depression due to rejection by the society. And some of these substance also can probably can also induce bipolar symptoms, for example, mania or hypomania, and can also make people to become suicidal or even homicidal. And they can actually injure not only themselves as well as people surrounding themselves, including the family members. And drug use also causing what we call rising overdose deaths, especially for those who are released from the prisons or rehab center after years sentences. When they go out, they straightway go to the port and they take the similar amount of dose of the drug and they go into respiratory depression and they and overdose deaths. And sometimes, if they're not died, they can go into what we call toxicity with regard to that particular substance and give rise to substantial morbidity and also mortality. And of course, when people go into using drug again and again, they lost the productivity. They're not able to become a breadwinner of the family, and the government have to rely on foreign workers, especially in fulfilling the agricultural sectors and also industry. Okay, just a bit success story of harm reduction in Malaysia. Actually, we have carried out a harm reduction program since year 2005 nationwide. That include two main approach. Number one is what we call medication-assisted treatment using methadone and also buprenorphine. Methadone is mainly run by the government, but the buprenorphine maintenance program is carried out by the uh, uh, private general practitioners and NGOs under Malaysian AIDS implement what we call a needle and syringes exchange program or NACP, also in about year 2005. And Malaysia has quite a very good success in terms of this harm reduction program, as stated in the WHO report in year 2011. Malaysia have been recognized as a best practice in Asia with regard to harm reduction measures against drug use and HIV/AIDS or bloodborne viruses. And my friends from Ministry of Health, um, I can't remember the name. She actually published what we call MITOS, Malaysian Treatment Outcome, Malaysian Methadone Program Treatment Outcome Study in year 2008, and it's proven methadone maintenance therapy program reduce opiate use, not only opioid, but even other substances as well, reduce the HIV risk behavior, reduce crime rate, and also improve social functioning and quality of life. Okay, this is just a gallery of the pictures. It should, not only we have methadone in the health, government health facilities, which is during at that time, this is year 2005, we already have around 100,000 drug users being covered under needle and syringe exchange program, and we also have around 10,000 registered in opioid substitution therapy program or MMT program in the country. Not only that, the methadone is also available in the MOS platform, which is reported in the New York Times. It's the first methadone clinic in the MOS being carried out by our team from Center for Addiction Science. You can actually go into Google. You can just type methadone MOS. You can see the video about the program in the Al Jazeera TV. Okay, why we need to actually do harm reduction in the prison settings? So the rationale is harm reduction is recognized addiction as a chronic relapsing brain disorder rather than a moral failing, and aims to minimize health complication, social and also legal harm, without requiring individual to become total abstinence. Okay, we have to understand, like any other chronic medical illness, for example, like when people got diabetes, their pancreas is actually damaged. The pancreas cannot produce insulin adequately, or even maybe insulin resistant. So what we do, we give oral hypoglycemic drugs or medication, or even we give them injection insulin in order to control their sugar in the blood. So the same also apply to the HUD or substance use disorder. Their brain, their reward center in the brain is actually damaged. and this damage is irreversible. So they require medication. So the medication is methadone for those people who are abusing opioids, like morphine, heroin. They need methadone to correct their reward center, and they need this medication for long term. So we need to understand this concept so that you don't have mispercept that when you get methadone, you make people become prolonged addiction. I remember in the past when we first introduced methadone in our country, people said people have a myth about methadone. Those taking methadone, they will die eventually. But it turned out to be the opposite. People who take methadone, they survive until now. Those who are not taking methadone are the ones who actually died because of the complication of substance use. They got HIV, they died. Sometimes they got involved with motor vehicle accident. They got involved with systemic violence, and they died because of this involvement in the criminal activity and so on. So uh, evidence-based harm reduction strategies emphasize more on using medical treatment, for example, like methadone maintenance therapy program just now, or also known as opiate agonist therapy. We have also opiate partial agonist therapy, which is buprenorphine, mainly given by private practitioners and even in UMMC. We also have opiate antagonist therapy, the long forgotten tablet naltrexone. Now we also have naltrexone monthly injection and also 3 monthly implant, but is still in the research space. So we have all these options in our country at this moment. And on top of that, we also have NSP program that commonly be run by the NGOs under umbrella of Malaysian Aid Council, as well as condom distribution among drug users. We try to prevent vertical transmission of the HIV from male partners to their female partners by having this condom distribution. I remember in the past we have some resistance with regard to NNCP and also condom distribution, especially among the religious leaders. But now I think has been running well now. Methadone maintenance therapy program, we have no issue at all. It's been actually given by the government for free for those who are needed. And now we also have what we call overdose prevention, where we actually distribute naloxone. Naloxone is an opiate antagonist to reverse the toxicity with regard to opiate use. And we also have quite extensive psychosocial interventions that have been run in health facilities, particularly what we call OSCAR, One Stop Center for Addiction, also available in AADK. And this platform offer quite a structured psychosocial intervention that include cognitive behavioral therapy, motivation interviewing, relapse prevention, 12-step facilitation like narcotic anonymous or alcohol anonymous, as well as contingency management with regard to managing substance use in the community. Why employment is important? So employment is actually become a protective factors against recidivism. While harm reduction address biological and behavioral issues or vulnerabilities, employment address structural determinants of relapse and crime. So job placement and support matters because employment provide a good financial stability. It also provide structural daily routine so that they are not busy with drug use. It's also create a social identity and also dignity, which is very important, especially in Malaysia. We still believe in family system. So the father should be a breadwinner, and it's a very important for father to work and to support their family. It creates a very good social identity and dignity, and involvement with job, especially full-time job, reduce exposure to the criminogenic environment. Yeah, and of course, it's also enhanced self-efficacy, develop their self-confidence, make them believe that they actually can return to the society and become a normal individuals in the society that can contribute to the country. And many research across a correctional system indicates that stable employment post-release from the prison significantly lowers rate of recidivism into the prison. Integrating harm reduction with job placement, on a continuum model. So we see our old model, put patient or drug users in the prison is actually a failure. It's a fragmented system where prison-based treatment ends at the gate is ineffective, whereby a continuum of care model is essential to shift the focus from abstinence-only model to what we call functional recovery. So this is the ultimate aim or objective with this continuum model to regain the functional recovery. All right. We normally start the methadone program. I take example where I actually work in the past with in penjara Pengkalan Cepa and also penjara Kajang, where we prior to release we do a screening and initiation of opiate agonist treatment using methadone. And also during that time, I remember the prison itself also do some vocational skills training to prepare the inmates before release. So we choose people who are going to be released at least 6 months before release. We start them on methadone treatment. We teach them also how to prevent relapse prevention, and try to engage them with the employment and also job matching prior to release. So after release, we make sure we refer them, we link them to the nearest methadone clinic in the community. We also assign health staff and also staff from the National Drug Agency to do case management, and we also refer them to NGO, for example, Pengasih Malaysia. I remember at that time to do what we call peer recovery coaching. And we also provide them with temporary housing support. So maybe I can share with you all after this what we do in Grand Malaysia, where we actually set up a cabin for temporary housing while they are doing their agricultural activities, growing pineapple MG2. And of course, after being released or post-release phase, we make sure they have uninterrupted medication-assisted treatment. Methadone should be continued as long as possible. We also support them in terms of employment program, not only in our place in agricultural activities, also refer them to other employment opportunities outside, including factory, industry, and so on. And we also invite a mentor to guide these individuals so that they can also implement the same program in their place later on. And of course, they need to be regularly monitored and also continuous counseling, because addiction is a chronic disease. It can't cure. It's similar like diabetes, hypertension. So the monitoring and the counseling part should be ongoing. Okay, what happened when we do this? It caused the policy implications. To be able this model to be running smoothly, we probably need to change our drug policy or policy reform. We encourage or try to promote government to practice what we call decriminalization of substance use in order to reduce the overcrowding and so enables health-based approach being carried out without any obstruction from the authorities like police, ADK, and so on. We also encourage funding to be reallocated from the incarceration into the in the institution to the treatment in the community, and to reintegrate them with the community outside the institution. We also encourage public-private partnership, give incentive, especially to employers who are actually hire former drug users or incarcerated individuals. And of course, we need to probably create a better data monitoring system to evaluate long-term outcome, and in terms of relapse to substance use, employment, retention, as well as reincarceration into the prison. Nowadays, we can use AI, digital technology, as well as GPS positioning, to monitor all the inmate or individual released from the rehab center more objectively. And the way forward to reduce prison recidivism meaningfully, addiction must be treated as a chronic medical condition, not as a morally bad person. And harm reduction must be institutionalized within even in the correctional setting itself. I remember in Georgia and Ukraine, they also conduct needle action program in the prison, because use of drug in the prison is actually more dangerous. If outside the prison, they use needle and they share probably with 10 others, but in the prison itself, they share with 100 others. This long needle, 20 gauge needle, can become like this short because they spread the wall, and they share this needle with 100 others in the cell. So that is why prison become incubator of infectious disease, spread illness like HIV/AIDS, spread like hair, hepatitis C, and also TB become very infectious in the prison environment, especially when the environment is not really conducive. The TB treatment crowded is very easily spread. Employment itself must be embedded as a therapeutic outcome. Now, our KPI is how many numbers of drug addicts we got, how many numbers of those people who actually less relapse, and results so far, there was really no improvement at all. The relapse rate is very high. Rates of recidivism into the prison is also very high. That is why we need to change our approach. Albert Einstein said, if we repeat the same approach, the same behavior many times, but we are expecting different results, it's actually insane, crazy. So that is why we need to change our approach. We cannot repeat the same thing again and again by expecting different results. It's insane. So we need to change. So now is the time. Continuity of care must bridge prison and also community seamlessly. So we don't want just treat patients in drug users in the prison or in the rehab center, and after that we not really treat them after that. There is no aftercare, there is no community reintegration, and so on. So the future of the correctional addiction management lies not in the punishment itself, but rehabilitation grounded in the public health principles, and also reintegration into the community to improve the social economic aspects. So by aligning harm reduction strategies with structured job placement and support, prison system can transform from revolving doors into platform for sustainable recovery and also societal contributions. I would like to share some research work that I carried out with my team in Universiti of Malaya, together with NGO Cina Kasih Kuala Lumpur. We actually have a project, what we call MG2 Pineapple project, Empower B40. So this is a graphical extract of the whole team members. I have Dr. Sayuti, Professor Dr. Sayuti, who actually designed automated methadone dispenser machine linked with a central database system. We try to monitor drug users using GPS, as well as digitalized AI model to trace them where are they, whether they are still in the treatment program or they already go to the ports and relapse to substances. We also have team members from psychospiritual intervention headed by Prof. Dr. Cik Zahrina from the Academy of Pengajian Islam. So she focused on Islamic psychospiritual interventions. We also have Dr. Mahanum binti Jalil, who are actually experts in economic generation, tissue culture through cultivation. So she actually advised us on a very good solo for the pineapple to grow. And myself, I actually create the foundations. I established the patients with the methadone treatment, and at the same time also create the temporary shelter for them. We have 2 cabins that can actually occupy 8 people at one time to provide temporary shelter for them. So we actually recruit our staff from either from the hospital, those who are actually released from being discharged from the hospital, or those who are released from National Anti-Drug Agency or PUSPAN, and even those released from prison under payroll system or PBSL, pelepasan berlesen. All right. So this is some of the pictures, the cabin where we actually put in the forest next to Glamidemi UM Biotech. This is our staff. So we build up what we call solar system energy that actually supply the electrical equipment, as well as pumping the water from the ground for the use of the staff here and also the patients. So as you can see here, so this is the land where we actually grew the pineapple. We've been given about 10 acres of land by the Universiti of Malaya. Now we already grow about 3 acres of land. Another 7 acres we will also grow later. All right, thank you very much for your attentions.
All right. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Rosde, for the very, very insightful sharing today. We truly appreciate the knowledge that you have provided to us today. Please stay on with us as we will be taking some questions. But before that, I would like to, I really like the statement. Maybe I can recap. Employment must be embedded as part of a therapeutic outcome. I really like that statement that you made just now. And it's not seen as something separate, but as part of the therapy. As you know, Prof, most of us here today in this webinar attending today, we are occupational health practitioners, occupational health advisors, or safety and health practitioners, and we are familiar with conducting substance misuse management program at the workplace, such as for cost testing, random testing, and also, implementing interventions for drug-free workplace. But what you have presented today shed some light onto the other aspect. What happens in the outside, beyond the workplace? What happens to the person, who has been convicted, or being, going through some, imprisonment, or part of the rehabilitation process? How are they going to come back to the job, or being reintegrated back to the community? I think those kind of information really provide us a lot of knowledge, because at the end of the day, when we are seeing patients or seeing the affected employee, and when we are going to advise the next of kin or the family members how to navigate things, so the information that you shared today is actually very crucial. Then we will be able to advise, those kind of options are available out there. Rehab is there, community support is there. There are certain agencies that you can approach to look for the, harm reduction or job placement. So thank you very much, Prof. Maybe I can take some questions. I do have many coming. And for those of you raising your hands, can you please type your questions in the chat box? We are not going to take any questions live, because the event is set in a webinar live event mode. All right, Prof, I'm going to go to the questions. The first one is from our very own Professor Dr. Abu Hassan Samad. So in Asia, amphetamines are more commonly used as stimulant, whereas in Europe and America, the cocaine use is more prevalent. What is it likely due to? What is your observation, Prof?
Yeah, you're right. In Malaysia, our stimulants mainly focusing more on amphetamine type stimulant, which is uh, um, methamphetamine, as well as pale kuda, and another, probably some of you ever heard, kerato or ketum. It's also a psychostimulant when being used in lower dose. Um, I believe maybe this substance is probably much cheaper as compared to cocaine in the West. Cocaine is easily available in the West because that's the place where it's been grown, and it's also quite expensive. Perhaps not many our drug users can afford. We do have cocaine here, but not many because it's quite expensive.
Okay. So cost plays a part here in why certain types of drug is being more prevalently used in certain parts of the world. All right. And next question is also from Dr. Abu. The question, maybe I can rephrase the question a bit. Decriminalization versus, providing community support and, harm reduction. Which is your take, Prof? Why is your, what is your stand like? And Prof had made a note there that Thailand has recently reverted their previous decision on decriminalization of marijuana. So what is your take on this, Dr. Rusdi?
Okay. The decriminalization already been implemented in Europe countries. The most successful one is Portugal, and they've been doing this decriminalization since year 2000. Before they implement decriminalization, they are among the highest prevalent of substance use, and after they implement in 5 years, they are the lowest. So they already show the proof to us. When you say about this Thailand is different. Thailand is not decriminalization. Thailand implement what we legalization of cannabis. You know, means anybody can use for high purpose. Not for decriminalization. Decriminalization is different as compared to legalization. Legalization,
Okay.
you impose a tax, people can sell. But decriminalization, people cannot sell. Possession of substance still illegal, can go into legal implication. But legalization is similar nicotine. Some regulation be imposed, people can sell it. You know, so it's not the same. In Thailand, they run legalization of cannabis, and last year or 2 years ago, they downgrade. They make it medical use only, cannabis for medical use. So it's different. Yeah, we want also to do cannabis medical use, but our government did not allow it because some of the cannabis has medicinal purposes. For example, CBD, cannabidiol is also antipsychotic. Yeah, it also can be used as a painkiller for chronic pain, as well as to treat severe epilepsy, as well as autism.
Right.
But study need to be carried out first lah, in order to make it properly indicated for all these indications.
All right. Thank you, Dr.
Mm.
Rosde. I think you made a very clear differentiation between what is decriminalization and also what is legalization. I think that's a very important aspect that we need to understand. And moving to the next question, which is going to be from me. Thank you so much for sharing about the intervention that UM is pioneering together with other faculties for the support of job or economic support, I believe, for the B40 community with the pineapple farming, agricultural farming, and so on. My question is, moving beyond that, how successful are our other community-based interventions? How long are they monitored? How long this affected person? How long are they monitored? And how successful are our local interventions in Malaysia? Do they go back to recidivism, like because when they see the familiar people, see the familiar environment, recidivism happens most likely. But if the intervention is successful and they can be reintegrated, then we can reduce recidivism. I would like to know any other success stories that you can share with us today.
Okay, I would like to share some face story first. I remember one of my ADK colleague mentioned to me, ADK run the job placement program in somewhere in Mersing, if I'm not mistaken, many years ago. But when they carry out this program, they do not actually integrate with medical treatment. So that means it's just a standard care, just a counseling and psychosocial for opiate users, not being given any methadone or even replacement therapy on top of the counseling program. At the end of 3 months, most of the drug users disappear. They go back to
Mm,
drug again, and the program failed.
mm,
So I actually repeat the same thing. But I do it in Gomba. Prior to enrollment into this program, I stabilize them first with methadone. So I choose only opiate users. I give them methadone, stabilize them. Then only I put them in the job placement program,
mm.
and I support them with monitoring. They with me until 2 years. They don't
Oh,
run away, and every month I give them incentive, a kind form of allowance, and when we
mm,
sell the banana, we give the full salary to them lah. And
mm,
with this
mm,
project, I'm pretty confident. The one that I run in UMCAS Glemilemi for pineapple project, I also
mm,
do the
mm,
same thing. And,
mm,
and in fact, Dr. Saiti is helping me with the methadone mobile service. Those
mm,
people do not no need to go to their methadone clinic in Kuala Kelawang, but they come straight away to the farms in
mm,
UMBITEC, and they take the methadone from our methadone mobile service. So I cannot actually give you the because we just actually started this program just about 1 year, and our MD2 pun belum berbuah lagi, just berputik
haven't
saja.
haven't the yield is not there yet. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The work is
but
going
I'm
on.
pretty confident. um, uh, the retention rate in treatment, as well the retention rate in the employment is probably much higher, because it's actually being carried out more systematic.
Yeah.
I have two PhD students in this project. The first one study on methadone induction and maintenance among this group of people. We actually explore about the ECG changes, as well as EEG changes in the brain, and also genetic polymorphism that actually relates to methadone concentration, dosing, as well as side effect. And another study in prison Jerebu itself, we choose people, opiate users, 6 months before release. They've been actually stabilized on methadone and until the dose of 60 to 100 milligram, and they've been compared with those inmates who does not choose methadone. It's a patient preference study. They either can choose
Mm.
methadone, or if they don't want, they've been labeled as standard care, and they after that go into parole, and they work in the respective industries that are already been allocated for them. So we want to see in terms of job retention, as well as cost-effective analysis with regard to these two group of pathway. And I believe those on methadone probably have expected to have a better retention rate in terms of job retention, as well as their addiction outcomes and quality
All
of life.
right. Thank you so much, Prof. I think you have rightly put that final word, quality of life. And if I can just summarize, the success lies in systematic, sustained, and supportive environment from every single party, all the stakeholders, not only from one aspect, not only the family or the treatment facility, but also from many other stakeholders. I think those are integral to ensure that we can see a very high success rate in harm reduction and also job placement. All right. In view of time, Dr. Rusdi, thank you so much. I have to stop the Q&A here. Thank you once again, everybody. Can we show our appreciation to Associate Professor Dr. Rosdi through our virtual applause, please? So thank you, Dr. Rosdi, for taking your time, joining us today. It is extremely wonderful sharing that we had. And please keep your questions coming. You can email to us and we can help you to reach out to our speaker. And also, Dr. Rosdi, we hope to see you in ACOH 2026. We need to do a lot of networking. We need to speak to you and understand more on this topic. And allow me to move on to the next part of the talk. Dr. Rosdi? Yeah, anything,
Welcome.
Doctor? Yeah, thank you so
I
much.
will try
Yeah.
answer the question in this chatting box. Yeah.
Okay. So while
You
I
can
go
also
to the
email me, Rusdi at
okay,
ummc.edu.my.
okay. So maybe we can drop your email there, Dr. Rosti, your official email in the chat box, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rusdi
thank you.
at um.edu.my.
Okay, Shakira, please help me to drop Prof. Rosdi's email in the chat box with his permission. Thank you so much, Dr. Rosdi, once again.
Yeah.
And we're really hoping to have Dr. Rosdi in our ECO conference in Kuching between 5th to 8th of August. And I have a good news today for all Malaysians attending. The conference has now been officially declared as HRDC claimable. And that is a good news. You can go through your HR to claim for the levy. And next, for our international audience, please do join us as we have many interesting agenda lined up for ECO 2026. Allow me to quickly walk you through. All right. So for our Malaysian audience, please take note that we already have received approval for MMA CPD points for all the events, main conference, and also the DOSH workshops and also the pre-congress workshops. We also have received approval for DOSH CEP points. That's quite a number with the time-weighted factor, especially for occupational health doctors who will be attending. You can scan the QR code here to register. And the website is www.eco2026.com. Next, please. So I would like to just remind everyone the early bird rate is still available up to 30th of April. Abstract submission closes on the 1st of April. Please take note, if you like to have the special rate, register early and yeah, do the necessary process. Other than that, we are also having a few workshops. We are having the pre-congress workshops. We are also having the DOSH workshops. That will be facilitated by the Department of Occupational Safety and Health themselves. And other than that, for those of you who will be transiting at Kuala Lumpur, we are also preparing technical tours, namely to SOCSO or PERKESO, Social Security Organization, or in Malaysia, it is known as PERKESO, Rehabilitation Center located in Malacca. It is a global state-of-the-art facility. It will be a great opportunity for you to view the rehabilitation facilities available for those who have been affected with injury or illness due to work or otherwise. And there's also a technical tour being arranged to Petronas Twin Towers and also Petronas Leadership Center. And it is an award-winning facility as well. There's other tourism activities being arranged along for this conference. Next, please. All right, so our next webinar will be on TB prevention and control in the workplace. This is a very, very timely and important topic. Do not forget to join us on the 15th of April. Same time, Malaysia time, 2 p.m. You can go to our website again to register and also to view the details and also to watch our previous webinars. Sorry. Next, please. So that's all from me for Malaysians. Please stay on, scan the QR code to collect your CPD points, MMA CPD points. And I think there's nothing more from me. Thank you again, Dr. Rusdi, for joining us today. Thank you for the wonderful sharing. Thanks to all the audience who have been joining us from every part of the world. We have various countries who have logged in today. That's quite a big support, Dr. Rusdi, for your information. We have global audience today. Yes. So that's it from me. Over to you, Shakira. You can play the music and leave the screen on for a while. Let our audience scan the QR code for the MMA CPD points. Thank you, everyone.